I'd like to share with you the games that I didn't enjoy playing. The title of the video may suggest these are worst games, but it's important to know that this is solely my personal opinion based on my preferences and skills. I have great respect for the effort put into creating these games, and I understand that there are people who will enjoy them. However, I personally didn't find them enjoyable. The games are not ranked in any particular order. This is more of games I don't want to play again kind of list, but that wouldn't make a good video title. Let's take a look at which games I couldn't recommend and why. I found it difficult to come up with 10 games that I don't like, so there will be a fair number of demo games rather than full ones. Perhaps we can start with demo games that I've played but probably won't play the full version of. The first one is Sin, a game I was really excited about because it had an amazing story and a vibe similar to Inside or Limbo. It also had beautiful art and featured a cat, so I had high hopes for it. However, I found it to be too difficult for my liking. I understand that might not be the game's fault, especially considering that I am not very good at platform games. Nevertheless, I was frustrated by the fact that if I made a mistake during a difficult sequence, I had to start from the beginning. Although it's definitely a good game, I found it too challenging to enjoy. Hopefully in the future there will be a full version of the game that is a little easier to play, or perhaps they will make adjustments to the difficult sequences, but for now it's not a right fit for me. I had a similar experience with Venture to the Wheel. The game is beautifully designed, with an interesting story and spectacular music. However, I found the demo to be very challenging, to the point where I had to ask someone else to complete it for me, so that I could upload it to my channel. Although there is a full version available now, and I watched a walkthrough, I was too afraid to get it and ended up not playing it. And one more game with this kind of issue, the demo of One Way Home. It was so promising. Zombies, Little Nightmares meets The Last of Us, but the controls were so hard and unintuitive that I couldn't play it in the end. I had to start over and over again and got angrier and angrier. We need to remember that it was just a demo and the full game could be better. Or you could be a better player than me. Maybe you will have a better setup than mine, so this game will go smoother for you. However, I cannot recommend it because I did not have fun playing it. I really enjoyed the Art of Murder trilogy, even though it's an older game and can be a bit annoying at times. Despite that, I still really like to play them because they can be interesting and fun. When I saw the games Art of Murder Deadly Secrets and Art of Murder Secret Files, I was sure that I would like them too. However, I was disappointed to find out that these games are nothing like the original trilogy and simply share the name. Instead of a detective game, they are more focused on finding objects in pictures. While some people enjoy this kind of gameplay, I found it to be a letdown, as I was expecting a different experience. I didn't have any issues with the next few games. They just didn't capture my interest. The Windows Are Gone was supposed to be an investigative horror game, but it was too slow and visually unappealing for me. Tatari is another demo and it didn't stand out to me. It's just a demo, so the full game could be more interesting, but for now I'm not inclined to play it. I'm almost finished with my top 10 games list, but there are 3 more games to cover. I must admit that I included these last few games just to round out the list. While I didn't dislike them, they have minor drawbacks I want to mention. Kotar was a game I was really excited to play, to the point that I even upgraded to Windows 10 just so I could play it. The story is intriguing and I did enjoy playing it. However, I have to be honest and say that I found it a little bit boring at times. It's important to know that I have ADHD, so I tend to get bored quickly. I had to take long breaks while playing because I couldn't stay focused. I would recommend this game, but only if you don't get bored easily. The Stillness of the Wind is a good game with a calm and relaxing atmosphere. It features a deep story, beautiful art and wonderful music. Despite these positives, I have to admit that it's not quite my cup of tea. The game's pacing is a bit too slow for my liking, although I understand that it's intentional. If you're looking for a cozy, calm farming game with a touch of sadness in storytelling, this is the game for you. While it may not be my first choice, I may revisit it in the future just for the farming and relaxing music. The last game for today is The Forrest. Once again, this is a well-made survival game. I understand that many people are fans of this game, and I really appreciate it. However, for me, it can be too boring at times and too difficult when dealing with enemies. These factors detract from the overall experience of the game. I hope I didn't come across as mean in my opinions about these games. If I hurt anyone with my words, I am deeply sorry. It was not my intention. We can have different opinions on different topics. What are yours? Have you played any of these games? What do you think about them? Do you have a list of games you don't want to play again? I guess we can agree that this was kind of a clickbait video. These games are good, just not for me. On this note, thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye!